I am Golden and Hiveswap in my Friendsim. Yes, Hiveswap Friendsim. I am Golden, of course, and I'm going to be playing Hiveswap Friendsim because I just got it and I want to play it and also record it. So, this is like the first time that I've ever played it or experienced it because I haven't watched videos on it before. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on, what's this now? Is someone approaching? Uh, 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 Damien, you. Hot dog man. Hold on. The volume. The volume isn't playing. That's no good. Why isn't the volume playing? Oh, there. Oh. What's up? I'm just gonna turn that down a little. Oof. I'm just gonna turn that down. That's very loud. Jeez. Uh, uh, okay. Oh my god. It's so loud. Okay, that should be good. Hang on, I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you were really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering of reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about, then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Oh no, I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agendas have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of I've been tricked out of two other oblong meat products this week already. I know that you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You want a friend, and not my sweet meat. Sorry I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think, but it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Oh, I don't know if this does anything, but I'm just gonna save, just in case. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by some drones a while. Okay then. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landing here hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, feels like your arm's broken, your ribs too maybe, but enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit, see how things go? I'm not saying it's out of not saying it's out of the question. I just think that I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know? Not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn, you got right over your skis again. Of course. He's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make it a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever brought up the fact hot dogs exist. He seems to notice on some primal level your non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming, a few freckles here and there, a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard his prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking about thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little bit. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversation soon before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know. A routine drone passed through my hood. Oh, I didn't read that. There. No. Where is it? I know there's something. There we go. Well, now it's... Well, where's the... Oh, there we go. A routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was the lucky one. My Lucis, not so much. He's a goner. Oh, you can't hear the music now. There we go. Okay. You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide to play the right play is to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good, though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyways. It's something we did together. Sniff. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it, please, dude. Don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up, but you clearly don't want to correct him. This boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? I don't know what to do. Give him a pat on the back. You keep it simple. Pat him on the back a couple of times. Everything is going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture works. You're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. And no need to worry about won't knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulges wherever I might find them. But by rummaging through awful drums or smooth talking the right marks. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucis, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Or maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. I can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I could probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, wait a minute, did he say succulent? Honestly, I don't even need it to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, you don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. Don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, take in some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well do too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue an impressive streak of consecutive seconds, not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. I know you're good at you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this way more than once and lost some friends that way. Woo. I think there are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you and no questions asked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. Hey, you've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch at your sore ribs with your broken arm, and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing in particular indecent about this, you suppose. If he is comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat too. You can't tell if that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat, and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man, just being with someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying is just a little strange, like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucis, you guess? You think that that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask, not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he is interested in is a friendship. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. This is the first troll I'm meeting. Jeez. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all of this. If he goes any further, you're not sure or if you'll have the will to protest. Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire, I'm thinking maybe we share it. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh, baby! Oh, he's adorable. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You are so hungry and beside yourself with gratitude that Damon is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot to you. Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice in this. Uh, Yet, I don't have a choice. Yes, if you pressed on it, you'd agree that the act is uncomfortably erotic, but you have to admit, it is a good way to share a food item whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite, and he he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing you off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going, without really quite swallowing as you go. You get it closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog is collectively and collecting in your throat. It's getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough. Oh. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back. Oh no. And he's staring at you with wide eyes. A hot dog bun and bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts a hand to his throat. Oh, frick. He's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. The Heimlich. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course. That's what you need to do. Ooh, you need to save your friend's life. You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist under his ribs, trying to dislodge the domesticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need to use your other arm. It really hurts. You'll have to make a sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. And you're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of its sling and grab your other fist in front of it and squeeze. You try, his face is turning, well, not blue, deep red. You guess that because his blood is rust colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the expulsion creates enough force in the other direction it causes you to accidentally lift him up into the air, and you accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go stumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood towards the street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Damien's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down on his face with your big ass. You hear it crack. Damon, you slap his cheek a little, no response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth, throat clear of hot dog debris. This can't be happening. You look around, panicked. This isn't what you need right now. Oh, all you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There, over there, looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with something better. Wait a minute, someone's standing behind you. Hello, stranger. Oh, hi. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. No! Well, this is why I have saves. Hug. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance, and he leans backwards a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but you know, there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent, heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken, and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you could catch the hot dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In an attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumbass. The moment it makes shriek with the ground, Damon lets out a shriek. No! Aw, dude, my dog! You scramble to get it up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks, but your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable, just a gross, meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never existed. Damon howls in agony and slumps backwards against a tree. Oh no, you fucked up this so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You were absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel the guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item. Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends, or for that matter, people who you're trying to desperately become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There is no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Damon perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over. To bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I'm united with another plump treat. Glistening with perspiration. Steaming, relaxing, comfortably in a soft melt-in-your-mouth loaf. Damn. Now I really want a hot dog. I guess I don't have much of a choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, you don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded yet. No. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands a chance in resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through the streets, winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both aren't that are not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous cir- circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one, you say. You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Woo. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take a bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way. Down here, there's a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just another short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hand on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah. You know it. After you, man. Oh no. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you won't let up on the second that you've lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just quick jaunt through the sewer or to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe all this sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter, but this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won the impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him and, with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend. I kinda suck. My lucis is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. Man, all you want is some meat. No problem. I'm probably just going to get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. I like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually want to do anything nice for me, or would want me to have that sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be, is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you my friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed, unbelievable, it's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune, you hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is your moment. Wait, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit, they found us. It's a drone dude. I guess it's on like sewer duty. We gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. He slips onto something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro, I can't swim, help. Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, where you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted, but you're safe. At least you're safe, you think. Hey, man. I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sledge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze. It presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye. Just above him, something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think about it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages, thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns into unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from both of you. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven. So we got a good ending. That's great. I'm going to have to end this video here because of, we got the good ending, and